All right, guys. Hope everybody's having a good day today. We'll give it a few minutes. See how many people get on here. Today's going to be an interesting one because basically the way I want this done, I think, is I'm going to just talk. You guys are more than welcome to comment, and then I will make comments on things that are relevant to what I'm talking about. And just kind of giving maybe some motivation, education. It's mostly just going to be me talking today. You guys are more than welcome to comment. I'm just saying it's going to be mostly that. Man, it is so hot in Texas. It's hot, triple digits. It's awful. I hope that everybody's enjoying their Friday though. God, it's crazy to listen to the news and stuff, all the different stuff that's going on. That's kind of not the center of what I'm doing today, but the idea of making sure you're aware and educating yourself on different things. You don't ever want to be surprised by stuff, But hey, what's up, Lori? Give it another minute. In fact, I'll be right back. 1 second. That way, I gotta give time for people to get on. 1 second, guys. All right. We'll get going here. Okay. So, hi, my name is Daryl Phillips, owner of Apology Gaming, and what we do here is listen to you talk. So, I think about all these different things to talk about on here, to educate you guys about. And one thing I do a good job of is trying to teach you guys how to think for yourself. All right. However, I think that sometimes it's hard for people to get down and educate themselves on different things because they may be busy or whatever it is. So I want to make sure that you understand that while I don't have a college education, I am absolutely 100% for educating yourself. You cannot possibly do anything without doing that. Does that mean you have to go to college for it? No, I don't believe that. However, there's so much stuff. I mean, with the internet, there's so much stuff that you can find out about whatever subject. And then you can decide for yourself. You see what I'm saying? But especially with the educational part, like if you're learning something like, how to do graphic design, how to do videos or put up a YouTube video or run a YouTube business. So many tutorials on so many different types of things on YouTube and on Google. But especially on YouTube, YouTube is the number 2 search engine in the world, behind Google. Ironically, Google owns it. The reason why that's important is sometimes I think that I think that people get it wrong. Like, I think that they think somehow that my knowledge appeared in my head like a magical power. No, I learned it. I don't know if you guys know this, but a lot of homeless people a lot of times hang out at the library. And not everybody just hangs out there to rest. I used to look at books all the time. But even before that, when I was a kid, before all of that bad stuff happened, I would look at different things to learn. I learned science and geography and history, and I know all of those things. The way I use it now, like history, for example, I use history to try to show you about your history. Yeah, to show you about your present. That while we don't live back in certain time periods, you can learn from those people. Really. And you can learn about everything you can think about by studying history. Now, a lot of people think history is boring. Well, that's why I try to teach it the way I do. All right? But here's what I know. Whenever going into a situation, you're going to stand a better chance at succeeding at whatever it is you do if you are knowledgeable about it ahead of time, right? So you shouldn't really, yes, there can be surprises happen in life, but you shouldn't be surprised to the point where it completely throws you off, okay? Now, if it's a new tactic or something like that, or a new something or other that you didn't see coming, that's different. But then you should learn that new tactic. Excuse me. Damn allergies. I'm so tired of them. But anyway, so take, for example, this business. Dwan and I started this 4 years ago, and we started this without having any knowledge of how to do this. We had one thing that we wanted to accomplish at that point. We wanted to start using online to help people. We don't either want to have cars. Okay, so walking to wherever we go is not a possibility, and especially now for me. So that's where we started. If you look at some of my notes that I still have about just the thought process that I went through to try to come up with the ingredients and the steps, you'll see as time went by, I got better at writing notes. I got better at doing these different things to help myself do better. Now that's with the business, okay? What about your life? How did Daryl change his life? How does this apply to Daryl? Like how does this apply to what I'm doing? Okay, well, think about it. I had to learn about Daryl. Yeah. And I hated it. I hated every moment of it. At first, I couldn't stand most of the things about myself when I first started this. And the thought that I would have to look at myself disgusted me. Okay? It disgusted me. But you're not going to change your life if you don't know anything about yourself. You're just not. One second, guys. I need to go blow my nose. Sorry. 1 second, okay? Look at this crap. Hate the allergies. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so check this out. So, you guys have heard pretty much have heard the beginning of how I became homeless and what I had to do, okay? That was a process. A dangerous one on top of it. So, here's the thing about education. I wouldn't suggest for you to learn in some of the ways I did, okay? The reason being is, what I did was dangerous to no end. Wet behind the ears and stupid. Wet behind the ears and stupid. But, lesson learned, right? There's a way to learn about different things that may be dangerous without having to do it. But in the end, if it's a physical activity, you are going to have to do it. In this case, my business, again, going back to my business, until I started getting on camera, until I actually started doing this stuff, I was never going to be successful at this. No. It was a scary proposition. And again, even though I am a different person now, I still learn stuff about myself to this day. The learning process never stops, okay? Especially about yourself. You always want to make sure that you never stay the same, that you don't stay mundane, and then eventually somebody goes, well, you really stopped changing. What? Stop changing. Don't want that to happen. You always want to tweak things. You always want to get better at things, okay? And especially with people like myself that have diagnosed mental illness, staying still for me is dangerous for myself. I put myself in danger of staying the same. Okay? So I am always thinking about different things. Now the cool thing about this business is I get to get on here and talk to you guys. So I always have different things to talk about in different ways of approaching a subject and so forth and so on. So I never get bored. But it is important to remind you guys that no matter what you're doing, sitting on your tuchus watching the news is not education. It can be it can be part of the education. Actually go find out. Go look and find out. Go look and figure things out. So for example, that fire effect that you guys see where I turn the triangle on fire. I don't know all there is to know about graphics design, but what I know is, what I will do is, if I want something from one of my videos and I want something cool, I will look that specific effect up. And over time it stacks as knowledge. Now I have a special ability that maybe some of you guys don't have. I have an amazing memory. Well, so I do use that. I do have the ability to stack knowledge in my head that maybe some of you guys don't. Well, how do you counter that? Look, let me show you guys something. These are my financial notes, okay? we go. Okay, here we go. These are my financial notes. Okay. I don't know if you can see. Okay. So these are all my financial notes for my Roth IRA. Now put them in the computer. Okay. So actually, I think I can show you guys this. In fact, if you'll excuse me for a second, we're going to switch to a different camera. All right, so let me show you this. Okay, we're going to open this up. All right, let's open this up. This is my finances. Okay, so sure. Okay, so I write down everything. Now this is just my finances right now. This is sheet one. This is, God, I lost a lot of money today. Everybody did. Everything went down. I'm minus 1.53%. It was an awful day today for stock exchange today. But anyway, as you can tell, see, and I have them graphed. I have it. Look at that cliff it fell off of. Look at that cliff, y'all. Looks like a damn. Good Lord, that's bad. Anyway, but look. Okay, so y'all see that? Okay, so that's sheet one. Then you get sheet two. Okay, same thing. God, that's so bad looking. And here's all my total finances. Okay, this is what I get extra and everything else. All right, the reason why I showed you that is just to show you. Okay, we'll close this down. One aspect of how I learn stuff. Okay, now let's get back to this. That's one aspect of how I learn stuff. Okay, I take notes, different things. Well, let me show you something else. So here is all. I want to show you guys something else. Let me go back to this other screen again. All right, this is. Whoops, wrong one. I didn't mean to do that. Let's see here. Okay, so we're gonna go here. Let's go to. I'm gonna go to January clips. Now here's all of my clips that I record every single day. Okay. It's January, as you can tell, it's all my clips. Everything that I have recorded. Okay? Okay, there's all that. Alright. So that's January, but here's like, for example, it's August now. So this is whatever I did today. I even recorded, like I'm recording, for example, this live right here. I'm recording this live. Again, I'm physically showing you guys, this is how I do different things to teach myself. So I watch myself when I'm on camera, okay? All right, so that's just one way. So I do this for myself. It helps me practice. You're gonna be on camera. Then you never know how. So with the funny stuff you do, I'm eventually gonna put together a video. Now this is just one way that I learned. I also, let me show you something. Since you guys can't see through my, it's not exactly like I can pick you up. Where is my? There we go. See, like here's my Greek interlinear New Testament. That's my Greek Bible. There's my Celebrating Recovery. That's helpful. These are all helpful for different subject matters, for different things I can do. I got back behind me, I have history of Texas, history of the world. I got maps. There's reading. Then, of course, there's the online stuff. I look up stuff all the time. And then there's the YouTube videos themselves. So, for example, let's say, for example, we'll go to switch back to this again. We'll switch back to this so you guys can see what I do. Okay, so here's my Google thing, okay? Now, I will look this up on KFE only because, well, maybe not. Okay, so you're gonna see me, and I don't want sound on here. So thank God. Okay, there's no sound on the thing. All right, so let's say go to my channel. I'm gonna look up. I need subscribers. See, there's my live. That's me right there. Okay, so hold on. Every single time. Every single time. It's like clockwork. Every single time. Say hi, Sylvia. God. Okay. Here's all my subscribers. Oops. Okay. Okay, so here's all the different subscribers and stuff. But let's look up, for example, let's say I want to look up, okay, we're going to look up, all right, how to create, oops, how to create, let's say, okay, here we go. How to create a layout for live streaming in After Effects. There we go. So I'll look up that, and now I get all these different videos about how to create overlays on my OBS. See, because I'm still learning how to do this stuff, right? Okay. Okay, this is my main way of learning online right here. Okay. All right. And that's why I keep trying to explain to Lori that that's great. You can read books, but not everything's in books. In fact, most things aren't in books anymore. If you Dwan can't read a book, so he has to listen to audiobooks, like regular books. But stuff like this, you're not gonna learn just reading a book. You have to go online and look at it. You have to figure it out. All right. There's some things that just this world has changed, and some people just can't handle that, and so the way you educate yourself is different now. Why do you think it's cool, Anna? Because you're getting to see how I do this. I don't know. I guess apparently it's cool. Why is it cool, Anna? I don't know. That's cool. But anyway, so these are all different ways that I educate myself on this business. So if I want to look up, all right, let's see, we want to go to Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey. Oh, there we go. Dave Ramsey Baby Steps. So we go Dave Ramsey Baby Steps. You just look it up. 7 steps explain. Dave Ramsey. See? 7 baby steps. Dave Ramsey. Why Dave Ramsey 7 baby steps work. You can look up anything you want to look up. Anything you want to look up. Anything you want to look up. I'll say it one more again. Anything you want to look up. And I even have added this vidIQ. I pay for it every month. $20 a month. No. Kindle's good for reading, I suppose. Yes, Kindle's good for reading, but I don't think Kindle offers this. I'm teaching, this is like real, like, education. Education, learning something new. All right? I just don't, reading is good for one thing, to help yourself read. There's just better ways to do things now. All right, so, or let's say I want to look up, oh, there we go. Let's look up Fox News. Figure out what's going on in the presidential debate. Let's go. All right, let's see. Let's find out about Trump, see? The Secret Service boss, Donald Trump, Secret Service holds press conference, Kamala's getting her cardio. Okay, so there you go. So you can look at politics, find out about the world we have in, which is not offered on Kindle or reading. I don't care. If you're a reader, cool. One of my biggest problems with people who read books is they actually think they're better than other people. I've never met a person that reads that actually doesn't think they're more educated than me. Not a single one. Somehow, because they read books, they're more intellectual. It's a problem I have. I've got a real problem with people who read books. I prefer to visually see that so I can learn how to do stuff. I don't care about whether or not I read The Catcher in the Rye. what use is that to me? I would do like this though. How to create a boomerang transition. Damn it. I don't think I'm typing in that right. How to create a boomerang effect. I think that's it. Effect. In Premiere. Okay. There we go. In After Effects. Okay. If you guys don't know what a boomerang effect is, I want to do one of these. This is what, okay, just real quick. Do you see how that looked? That's a boomerang effect. Where it goes towards the subject and then bounces back. It's very common and famous. Okay. All right. So, anyway, well, but I'm not teaching people how to read books. Dwan can't read books, so it's not a useful tool for me. Sorry. It's not. Reading Catcher in the Rye isn't going to teach me how to create a glitch effect. It's just not. It's going to teach me how to read. Reading teaches you how to read. Dwan can't read and understand it. It is not a useful tool for us. Then read books. Read books. Don't learn anything outside of books. Again, book readers don't. I haven't met a single book reader that knows anything outside of books. Not a one. They don't know anything. They don't know how to look up information. They don't know how to do any of that. Book readers spend 3 hours reading a fucking novel and don't learn anything outside of the novel. They don't know anything. I haven't met one. I'm always the one teaching book readers. Why is that? Because the only thing you know how to do is read Catcher in the Rye. That's why I don't read anymore. I don't read anymore because I like my information fast. I want my information fast. I want it now, and then I want to apply it. Not into that. Okay? Not into that. Just not into that. I like to see Lord of the Rings. I want to see The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I've read both books, and I don't care how much better the books are. I still want to see it more. All right? So anyway, and I wonder something. Reading a book, is that going to teach you how to change your life? I'm just curious. Anything? No? Okay. That's why me and Dwan can't. That's why me and Dwan can't stand that. It's the thing of you don't understand when you say things like that, and Dwan hears you say things like that. It makes him feel bad. So on focus, please. I'm not teaching you how to read. If you want to go join a book club, go join a book club. I'm teaching you how to do something different here. All right? In 6 seconds, I just showed you a lot of stuff on how to look up information. Some people don't, they're not good with the internet. Some people aren't. Yeah, you can learn how to read from books. That's about it. The only book that I want to read that I want to learn from is from the Bible. Sorry. You're not going to learn this stuff from books. You're just not. So, and if you want to go read a book, you can go do that. I'm on video though. Thanks. I will never write a book for you guys. I'm never going to write this book, read it, because it forces you in a position where either you can learn it and actually learn it the way other people needs to learn it, because not everybody knows how to read. It's not fair. It's not fair. One more time, I'll say it's not fair for you to throw that in Dwan's face. You know what I just found out? Nah. Public schools are so bad right now. Did you know that, what did they say, the percentage of black people don't even know how to read? If you were to tell a black person to go read a book, that they would freaking smash you in the face because they would find you disrespectful, and so do I. Go on the internet, get into the world that we live today. I learned everything there is to know about this business from the internet, and from watching videos, and from learning the how to do color grading from the videos. I could never learn the things about how to run a business through this. Ever. Dave Ramsey has books that I plan on reading because I know who Dave Ramsey is, because he explains himself. But most people aren't like me. I have to be understanding of other people too. And that's the thing about information. That's the thing about learning. I have to be understanding of everyone I talk to. Just because Daryl likes to learn a bunch of stuff doesn't mean everybody else does. So I'm really talking to people that if you're not one that just likes to learn a bunch of stuff on history and stuff like that, then this is the easiest way to do it. Okay, it really is. It takes time to read a book. Time I do not have. Time I do not have. Time I just don't have. It takes too long. It really does. I need information fast. My brain works fast, not slowly. Okay? I'm not 12 years old and have all this time in the world because my mommy and daddy pay my bills. I just don't have that kind of time. And another reason why I don't like people that read books is because whenever someone comes out with a movie about a book, the book readers always think they know better. I've never met a group of arrogant people like that in my life. And it's only book readers that do that. I got an argument once about whether or not the books were better than Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings books could never have been made into movies. Ever. Tolkien was a genius, but he wasn't the greatest writer ever. He messed up. You would never create a movie like Lord of the Rings because you couldn't get people to sit in the seats. And I got in an argument once with a person who read Tolkien, and they're like, well, the books are better than movies. In most cases, I agree with that, but not in this one. There's a reason why they had to eliminate characters out of there, because it would have been 3 more hours longer. I mean, who would sit in a movie theater? And see, that's the thing about the different mediums in which you can learn from. You have to know the different mediums. Part of what I had to understand when I first started this is the different types of social medias, on the types of videos I have to produce. So for example, for YouTube, there's YouTube and there's YouTube Shorts. And they've already recommended me I've already chosen my path. It's too late. Okay? Had I chosen to do YouTube Shorts, that's what I should have stuck to. I'm not going to be doing any YouTube Shorts. I'm just not. I'm never going to do a YouTube Short, ever. I was thinking about it, and I was dissuaded from that thought. The analytics show that it's ridiculous. It would be a ridiculous waste of time for me because people would get confused. I do long videos on YouTube, okay? And I had to learn this. But see, did you see what just happened? I had to learn that. I was actually about to make a mistake. Had I not looked up that information, in other words, I could have spent 3 hours reading Catcher in the Rye, or I could have looked up information in my business. You figure out which one's important to me. And I'm pretty sure every one of you knows that, even teasers. Yeah, no, there's not going to be any YouTube Shorts. I chose my path. And it depends on what medium you're using. If you're using YouTube, you can do a YouTube channel that just has shorts. or you can do a YouTube channel that has longs. I'm never going to do shorts. I didn't want to do shorts in the first place. It was other people that tried to press me to do shorts when I have fought it the entire time, and now I've ended the conversation. There will not be another conversation about this. I will never do YouTube shorts, and the reason why is analytics say that it's a waste of my time. The amount of information that is in my videos could never be put in a YouTube short. It would do discredit to what I'm doing and everything else. I'm not talking about whether or not, like Dwan can do YouTube shorts, and I'm going to help him with that. The reason being is he can take those video games and cut them into little pieces. I will never cut my damn videos into little pieces. I work too hard on it. So if you're the type of person that you can't pay attention, go read a book. That's what I say. If you can't pay attention for 15 minutes while I talk about something very serious, then maybe you should go read something. Maybe the book's better. Because you're never going to get a book from me. I'm never going to write a book, ever. I will write an autobiography at some point. I will never write a book about this, ever. It forces people to either watch my videos or don't. I'm not going to do a bunch of mediums just to please you guys. If you really truly want to change your life, you'll watch the videos, or you won't. I don't care. Now, Instagram's different. Reels, that's different. Facebook's different. That can have reels on it because it's different. YouTube, no. And maybe I'll have one channel that's just a channel full of shorts. But it's not going to be this one or the next one or the next one. I talk about how the hell am I supposed to talk about John chapter? I want you to really put your mind behind this. I would be doing a discredit to the Bible and God if I ever did a Christian channel, for example, using shorts. It isn't quite that simple. I do complicated subjects for some complicated issues. Or what about history? I've seen people do shorts through history. I hate them. They leave out so much stuff that I want to know. No. I want to educate people. I don't care about your attention span. Work on it. That's why you can stop the video and watch it later. You don't have to watch it all right away. That's why there's chapters. There's chapters in all these videos. You don't have to watch all my videos straight through. There's all sorts of ways you can watch these videos. You don't have to watch my video straight through, 15 minutes straight. No, hell no, I'm not going to do shorts. And that's part of the education process. I almost got pressured into doing that by some of y'all. And because I educated myself and got a little more educated, I think I'll be listening to the people that have successful YouTube channels before I ever listen to a single friend. Sorry. I need my life to be easier, not harder. And it would have made my life significantly harder. And I was trying to wrap my mind around how the hell I was going to have time to do that. No, I don't have to have time to do that because it's not going to happen now. My mama always taught me that if you can't have an attention span to listen to the preacher in church, that's a problem for you, not the preacher. Jesus was known for having 3-hour sermons. Boy, you'd really find Jesus boring. No apologies for that. And that's why I try to make it entertaining. That's why the videos, I have to make them the way they do. But that's part of educating myself on my business. What about finances? I just showed you guys a little clip of what I do for my finances and how detailed I am. Here's the dirty secret. There ain't a part of me that could have ever done that before. I'm just now learning how to take notes. I had a bad sitting down and writing notes was so tedious before. I had to train my mind. I had to educate myself on Daryl. And unless you educate yourself on Lori and you educate yourself on Denise or Anna, it is going to be impossible. You have to learn about Anna. You have to learn about Denise. You have to learn about Lori. Dwan has to learn about Dwan. And sometimes it's painful what you have to look at. Sometimes you realize, oh my God, I cannot believe I'm like that. But it should make you work harder. It'll make you sad when you realize something bad. But I want this to succeed so badly that I started taking notes. I have all these different notes. I mean, I have, let's see here. One second, let me show you something. Now, I'm not the most, one second. I am not the most, don't even say it. I know I've got to put this into the computer. I'm just patient. These are all my notes on my graphics. All this stuff. Okay? Sophia can't stand it. But that's all my notes for my graphics. And I go to those whenever I need them. I do need to put them in my computer. But do you understand? I'm trying to organize all of these different things. That was not me before. How did I get to be me? Knowledge of Daryl. Having to figure out different ways Daryl can accomplish this with his own personality. Now, I was talking about educating yourself about different things online and about life in general. Okay, that's great. But you do have to educate yourself about yourself. That's really kind of what we're talking about here. All right. So this is what I've learned about Daryl. Okay. I'm giving you guys some hard-hitting stuff about me. Some of you will laugh and some of you will be sad because you're going to be like, wait, we knew that. Sometimes it's hard to see certain things about yourself. Well, first of all, Daryl, if I am not doing something with this mind, one, it depresses me beyond belief. Two, I get frustrated with myself. Three, I get bored. Because my best gift is my mind. Okay? And I have to have it. I have to have it. It's what got me through the streets. I can't imagine not having my mind. Yeah, see, Denise, what I have to do is now that I have everything written, I do need to start putting this in the computer. That's what you just saw with my notes. These are my finances, but the ones I had to take this and put it in there. I don't. Paper stuff is fine, but you also want to back it up by putting it on the computer. It also helps you get good with the computer too. All these little skills are useful for me. Okay, but back to Daryl for a second. So I had to learn how I work, how I tick. Anna's going to have to learn how she ticks. There's a way that Denise ticks. There's a way that Lori ticks. And it's an interesting process to learn how you tick. You're going to be able to work better, learn more, and learn it faster if you learn how you work. Okay? For example, I've stopped fighting myself a long time ago with the whole going to bed at 10 o'clock thing. I have tried. That is not me. Sometimes I will go to bed early when I'm really, really tired. But I have my best time of the day is between 4 and 2 in the morning. That's when I got to work. That's actually the reason why I switched to 8 o'clock. It wasn't just that Lori was going to be home. It was that I'm better doing this. Okay? And I have to do it at my peak. Right? So that's something that I had to learn about myself. Now, those are just a couple examples. And my main message for tonight, I don't want to keep you guys all night because it is Friday. So I'll get off. But what I want you guys to listen to me on for the weekend. Okay. Now I'll choose another subject for tomorrow, most likely. What I want you guys to think of over the weekend is this, and for the rest of your life, really. But just think about this. Pick a subject. Okay. It doesn't matter. Pick a subject you've never done before. Now, maybe you're not there yet, but try to pick a subject that you think that you might can do, that you've never done. And why don't we start working on a process and getting you to learn that new thing? Y'all can come at me one-on-one. I mean, I talk to Denise every day. And for anybody who's getting on here that doesn't know me, just DM me, talk to me. We'll start with step one. Maybe I'll help you look up information on maybe a class you can take or whatever it is. Start beginning the process of being different. But really, it starts with yourself. In reality, you need to find a process that works for you. One of the more troubling things that used to happen to me is that I hated myself so badly that I tried to be other people. I looked up to this person over here, and so I tried to be like that person. You can glean things off of other people that may be useful to you. You can be influenced by other people. That's great. But you have to be you. My country right now is going through a terrible time with identity. Really. There are some desperate people out there that want help so badly that they'll believe anything. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for everything. So you have to start believing in yourself. And you have to start getting better in knowing yourself so that you can know other things around you in the world. That is more powerful than gold or money or your job, everything. Knowledge itself is not power. So I don't agree with that statement. Not exactly. I do agree with it when you add this to it. Knowledge is power if you choose to use that knowledge. If you are waiting to be the greatest Jeopardy player in the world. So like, I don't learn useless knowledge. So all of the history stuff that I learned, it isn't to impress you folks. I learned the history stuff so that I can teach you folks, and maybe you can learn something about yourself in the process. The reason why I've been able to turn around my life the way I did was because I had to look in that mirror and I had to slowly change the image in the mirror. And until I did that, I was not going to like myself. Now, I don't mean physical appearance, clearly. We're talking about a, metaphorical mirror. I've always loved my brains, as far as that's concerned. I have not always thought it was a gift. And one of the things that I had to accept about myself is that I have a lot of talents that a lot of people do not have, and that there's going to be jealousy involved when people talk to me sometimes. It's very annoying. It's not fair to me, but it is one thing that I have to have knowledge about. Maybe you have something similar. Maybe you're naturally talented at something and other people just... You do realize that if a person dissuades you from something, it might not even mean that they don't believe you can do it. It means that they're jealous they can't do it. A lot of times. One of the things that me and Dwan speak on about each other is how we push each other. How I always educate him and how I correct him and he corrects me. And we try to formulate a thought process in which we are help that's right, Lori. Lori makes a great point. I will look in the mirror and I look myself in the eyes a lot. Now, one of the reasons why when I talk to you guys, if you've ever talked to me, I expect you to respect me enough to look me in the eyes when you speak to me. There's a reason why. It's not an arrogance thing. It is psychologically impossible for you to think you are my equal if you're looking below me. It is psychologically impossible for you to think you are my equal if you're looking above me. You are equal with me. It gives you self-respect for yourself to know that you're equal with me. That I'm not above you no matter what I teach you. It's great for self-esteem, and it's impossible. You can always tell someone with a self-esteem because they can't do it. They have to learn to do it. They can't even fake it. It's impossible for a person with low self-esteem to look at a person with good self-esteem in the eyes. Because they don't feel equal with them. Well, and I'm pretty sure Anna can verify this one. I'm pretty certain that we were made in the image and likeness of God. And I'm pretty sure also that in the United States Constitution, it talks about how we're equal underneath God with certain inalienable rights. But that's a biblical concept. Belief is not enough. You can believe anything. But to have faith, well, that's altogether something different. It's not even the same Greek word. Faith is based upon evidence. You don't have to have seen everything. But the more evidence that you see, the more you need to have faith in that person. One of the things I ask all of you who watch this video and any other video that I do is that you go back and you watch my other videos, because I want you to see that my message has never changed. I am consistent the entire time. Trust is based upon time, consistency, and repetition, and you can tell that for the last 4 years I have been all those, even if you haven't watched the videos. I have been trustworthy. I have not lied to you. So I would hope that by now, that through the evidences of the things that I'm showing you, that you would have faith in me, not just belief. But some of you don't know me. That I have shown, in other words, I can't prove to you that this business is going to work. And I can't prove to you that Anna is going to be a different Anna, even if she does the ingredients and the steps. Or Lori, or Denise. Just like God cannot prove to you, show you heaven, show you hell, show you the angels. So there are things about faith that are blind. But because of the other parts that you can see, and the consistency of it, and that you're supposed to trust God, you should have faith in God. Now, I'm not God, but I have shown you enough that you should trust me. Not because I ask you to, because I've proven myself to you. With the same message, like a drumbeat, boom, 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 marching orders. When the Roman legions left their camps, they were some of the most orderly people you've ever seen in your life. I never want to lie to you. Not about my status. I never want to lie to you about what my message is, and I definitely don't want to be a fake or false person. And I hope to God over time that people who watch this will go and check and keep checking and always press me. Make sure you're always pressing me. Don't ever just assume anything, because you're helping me when you do that. You're helping me when you press me. Yes, I know I get annoyed with some of you, especially with the ones that know me. Do not stop. Don't ever stop. Don't ever stop doing it. So I'm going to let you guys go. And that's my message for the weekend. I love you guys. Don't drink and drive, man. Seriously. Call an Uber or Lyft. I'm going to go have a smoke with Mama Turtle. Be safe when you're traveling this weekend, though. You never know what happens. Be safe when you get there. There are all sorts of weirdos out. But not just that. Just be aware of your surroundings. Whether it be good or bad, just be aware. You might miss something good, too. Be understanding of one another. Not just from your perspective, but from theirs. You can't expect everybody to always come to you. Sometimes you got to go to them. Be understanding of yourself. That you're not God. You can't solve all the problems at the same time. Sometimes you might even need help with that particular issue. Always learn something. Be understanding of yourself. You need to learn more about you. Remember, life is fleeting. You're not promised your next breath. You're not. I learned that the hard way. Don't you guys learn that the hard way? 1 second. I need to, whatever. Anyway, just make sure you don't learn that the hard way. And until tomorrow, I guess I'll try to get on tomorrow. Okay, I haven't thought of a subject yet. Until tomorrow, may the Lord light guide you in all things. Goodbye.